Hello and welcome to this week's Water Report with me, Carel. Hello and welcome back to this week's Water Report, where we discuss anything and everything regarding Newcastle's water quality and also the water reticulation system. So there's some good news coming up, even though we're going to be starting negative. On the negative, there's some good news. Well, for us, it's fantastic news coming up later. But let's start. It was a busy week for the municipality. The team on the ground was running like crazy. As it started on Thursday, the 8th of January, there was a burst pipe at 92 Panorama Drive, affecting that area once again. And they had Friday off at least, with Saturday having two burst pipes, one in Arbor Park in Plain Street, and then the other one, and this is where the good news starts, I'll get to that later, there was one reported in Osezweni. And Sunday, they had one burst pipe in Ngandu Park, and then Monday, all hell broke loose with three burst pipes, one in Amethyst Street in Sunny Ridge, one in Moller Pioneer Park, and then one in Ngandu Park, affecting a large area in Newcastle. Tuesday again, on the 13th of January, there was one burst pipe in Amethyst Street affecting Sunny Ridge once again. And just before this report went out or was filmed, there was a burst pipe in Panorama Drive once again. Now, also just before this report, there was a report sent out, or a notice sent out by the municipality for water shortages in Osezweni area, or Newcastle East rather, and this is due to low reservoir levels. Now, why this is good news is not that there's low reservoir levels. Why it's good news is because, as I said, since our last water report, where we aired complaints about Newcastle East not receiving notices as Newcastle West regarding these water cuts and water interruptions, there's been two reports in that area, and that for us is fantastic news. It means that the municipality is really pulling up their socks and they're trying to serve the community the best they can with the short hands that they unfortunately have. And why this is also good news, as I say, not because of a low reservoir level, but mentioning a low reservoir level and water interruptions before the water is cut, as we understand it, means the municipality is not only being reactive, but they are being proactive, because this is a proactive. Somebody is actually going out and checking the reservoir levels and trying to be proactive in the service to the community. This to us is fantastic news, because with people having this information, it goes back to an informed community is an empowered community. And even though you cannot get the service all the time, at least with the information, you can be proactive and you can make plans. Also good to note, when pressure drops and there's a break in the pipe, remember any contamination in the ground seeps into that holes when the pressure drops, when the water is shut off. So be extra careful after water cuts on the water quality if you don't have a water filter or buying your drinking water. If you're drinking tap water, just be extra careful in that time. As for what INTEGRIPURE has been busy with, we've been quite busy with larger systems. As we can see, there's low reservoir levels in Osezweni. I do not know all the details, but I know from all the larger plants that we work on, it is much more difficult to keep water demand at this time of year, because it is extremely hot. Water evaporates quickly, people consume more water is being used for recreational services, and not only that, with the rainy season, water is much dirtier and much more murky, and there's a lot more work going into that. So that's been keeping us busy with our big plants. It might be the same for the municipality. After this report, I am heading to Vryheid area to go and check out a plant again there, which needs a service quite urgently. Now, with that said, we've mentioned an informed community is an empowered community, and we don't know if the municipality saw our messages about the complaints of Newcastle East or airing their complaints. It was nice to see after we mentioned it that something did happen, and with that, we want to ask that you share these videos if you feel them valuable. Share them with the community. Currently, these reports are reactive. We're mentioning things that have happened before, but we are trying to look at ways to inform people also, and so they can be proactive. It's a big dream of ours, but because we really care about you, Newcastle, and maybe you can dream with us. And if you feel this valuable, as I said, share this video with friends and family, or just on the socials. But that's me, Carel Boshoff. Till we see you next week, stay safe, Newcastle.